Here's all you need to know in weekly Newsbits.
Huge waves damaged 114 houses in Davao City. 89 former rebels treated in an all-expense-paid trip in Hong Kong.
Davao City Council seeks to lift martial law implementation in the city. And Department of Health declares national dengue epidemic.
Time to know the top stories of the week. I am Jenny Arado.
And I am Ace Perez. Welcome to Sunsur Davao's Weekly Newsbits.
A total of 114 houses were damaged by huge waves that struck 9 villages in Davao City on August 3. Ralph Liamit has the story.
Several houses were destroyed on August 3 by big waves that struck 9 coastal villages in Davao City, affecting 522 families. Davao City Disaster and Risk Reduction Management Office said affected barangays are 21-C, 22-C, 23-C, Matina Playa, Governor Duterte, Lapu-Lapu, Bagua Playa, Bukana 76-A, and Daliao. CDDRMO advised residents who were affected by monsoon waves recently not to return to the coastlines.
Gina-encourage na mo nga kung pwede dili na sila pa mo balik dito sa area kay ma-disturb magyapon ang ilang mga pagpuyo. So kung na sila'y matuan nga dili na diya sa ilang gipuyan karon, so dito na lang sila dapat sa safe. And then gina-recommend po na mo sa mga barangay captains, no, sa mga meeting sila na kung pwede kung magbalik man din ang mga residents kailangan stable na po ang ilahang butangan sa ilahang
According to the City Social Services and Development Office, the local government has aided the 522 families. On Sunday, the city government led by Vice Mayor Sebastian Duterte inspected all evacuation centers and the distribution of relief goods and assistance. CSSDO head Maria Luisa Bermudo said the city also allotted 5,000 peso cash assistance per families. Baloran added the city's coastlines will experience monsoon waves for the next 2 months due to the tropical depression. Ralph Liamit, Weekly Newsbits.
Nearly 90 former rebels were sent by the Philippine government to an all-expense-paid trip in Hong Kong as promised by President Rodrigo Duterte. For the details, here's Julia Trivita.
A total of 89 new People's Army surrenderies enjoyed an all-expense-paid tour in Hong Kong on July 30 to August 2 courtesy of the government. Eastern Mindanao Command Public Information Office Chief Lieutenant Colonel Ezra Balagtay said the purpose of the tour, which includes a visit to some historical places in Hong Kong and its marketplace, is to allow the former rebels to experience the life in a modern urban setting and provide them a better and another perspective in life. It can be recalled that President Rodrigo Duterte promised twice the former rebels for a foreign trip. First, during the former rebels assembly in December 21, 2017 at Naval Station Felix Apolinario in Penacan, Davao City, and during the former rebels visit in Malacanang in February 2018. The national government is seeking to address the insurgency problem in the country with the implementation of Executive Order 70, or the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict, issued by President Rodrigo Duterte that aims to institutionalize whole-of-nation approach policy in attaining peace and end the long-term conflict between the government and the communist group. Before the scheduled trip, they underwent an orientation on July 29 at the Philippine Army Grandstand, Fort Bonifacio in Taguig City. Julia Trivita, Weekly Newsbeats.
The Davao City Council seeks to lift martial law implementation in Davao City after the business, trade, and investment has been affected. Cristina Alivio has the details.
The 19th Davao City Council has approved on Tuesday, August 6, a resolution for the lifting of the martial law implementation in the city. Davao City Councilor Mabel Acosta filed the resolution under suspended rules, citing martial law has affected the city's engagement in business, trade, and investment. This after Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio expressed desire to ask her father, President Rodrigo Duterte, to lift martial law implementation in the city. Davao City Peace and Order Council also passed a resolution on July 31 backing the mayor's proposal to lift martial law in the city. Acosta said Duterte Carpio requested the security forces to have a thorough assessment of the city's situation.
Nag-go signal naman ang police at saka ang military na they will recommend also. So, nag-request naman si Mayor Sara for the support of the City Council. So, we are supporting Mayor Sara Duterte in her request for the lifting of martial law in Davao City.
Acosta added the city will forward the resolution to the office of the President. Christina Alivio, Weekly Newsbits.
The Department of Health on Tuesday, August 6, declared a national dengue epidemic as cases continue to rise in the country. While in Davao City, dengue cases now reach 1,414 as of July 31. Ralphie Emmett has an update.
Health Secretary Francisco Duque declared on Tuesday a national dengue epidemic following continued rise of cases in the country. Duque said from January 1 to July 20, there have been a total of 146,062 dengue cases, including 622 deaths, almost double the cases recorded in the same period of 2018. Meanwhile, dengue cases in Davao City reached 1,414 as of July 31. City Health Office Tropical Disease and Control Division Test Control Worker Melodina Babante said that although the increase did not reach its epidemic threshold of more than 10,000 cases recorded back in 2010, the continuous increase of recorded dengue cases in the city is alarming. Babante added that there are already 7 confirmed death cases, while they are still confirming 3 other cases. Toril District, particularly in barangay areas in Daliao, Lubugan, and Sirawan, had the most number of dengue cases, followed by Buhangin District and Barangay 76-A or Bukana. Ralph Emmett, Weekly Newsbits.
And just to give you an update, following the rise of dengue cases in Davao City, the City Health Office expressed concern over the shortage of dengue diagnostic kit. Out of 600 kits delivered to the city on August 1, only 100 kits remain as of August 6. Those are some of the top stories of the week. We will be right back after this short break. Stay tuned.
Kasaulugan, kasaganaan ng pamayanan, kahiusahan natong tanan, napuluog usang kaliwatan. Sa dagat lawak kapatagan, kabukiran, nagtitipon-tipon, salo-salo sa biya.
And you're still watching Weekly Newsbits. In business news, the Philippine Statistics Authority on Tuesday, August 6, reported that inflation eases further to 2.4% in July. Let's check this report by RJ Lumawag.
The Philippine Statistics Authority on Tuesday reported that headline inflation slowed down to a 31% low of 2.4% in July 2019. The PSA said this was the lowest inflation recorded since the 2.5% in January 2017 and was the same rate computed for July 2017. This was less than half of the 5.7% in July 2018 and lower than the 2.7% in June 2019. The downtrend was primarily brought about by the slower annual rate posted in the index of the heavily weighted food and non-alcoholic beverages at 1.9%. Also contributing to the downtrend were slower price increases for housing, water, electricity, gas and other fuels, and transport. Socio-Economic Planning Secretary Ernesto Empernia said they welcome the decelerating trend in prices but remain on guard against possible upside risks. Malacanang, for its part, attributed the slowdown in price increases to the hard work and strong political will of the President and economic managers in reining in prices. The National Economic and Development Authority said it expects inflation to settle within the government's target of 2 to 4% for 2019. Roel John Lumawag, Weekly Newsbits.
In sports, the 34th Kadayawan Sports Festival has kicked over the weekend but was marred by the death of a triathlete. Marian Saberon Abalayan has the details.
The triathlon community mourns the death of businessman Mario Francisco Marfori II of Blue Jeans Tri 94 team, who did not finish his race in the Olympic distance male 40 to 44 category of the Kadayawan Duathlon 2019 at the Villa Josefina Resort Village in Turil, Davao City. He collapsed after the first run, covering 2.6 kilometers while rocking up his bike for the transition. Race Director Stax Savillano of Tri-Rite Mindanao said 3 doctors and other first responders gave him immediate care but failed to recover at a nearby hospital where he was brought in an ambulance. His remains lie in state at Cosmopolitan Funeral Homes Incorporated. At the same race, however, darling of the crowd 2-year-old Petros Paike Arenas brought home 2 trophies as third placer in the male 6 years old and under event and as youngest participant. In chess, Bing Joel Gimoni of Asian International School of Aeronautics and Technology scored perfect 6 points to win the Under-20 Standard Chess Championships at Davao Jones Academy, while Ateneo de Davao University and Jose Maria College Team A emerged champions in inter-high school beach volleyball at Feliz Beach Resort Complex. Kidapawan City and Panabo City, meanwhile, were declared overall champions of the Invitational Karate Do tournament held at NCCC Mall, Buhangin. The longest race, DRU 520, Davao Region Ultramarathon, is set to finish on August 9. Rexel Aguirre of Tadeco and Jonathan Pido of PNP 11 were leading after day 2 of the 5-day 520-kilometer race. Upcoming sports events include Dragon Boat Festival set on Saturday and Sunday at Santa Ana Pier and the Invitational Basketball Tournament on Sunday featuring De La Salle University Green Archers, National University Bulldogs, Southern Western University Cobras, and University of the Visayas Green Lancers. Marian Saberon Abalayan, Weekly Newsbits.
Let's take another look at this week's top stories.
Huge waves damaged 114 houses in Davao City. 89 former rebels treated in an all-expense-paid trip in Hong Kong.
Davao City Council seeks to lift martial law implementation in the city. And Department of Health declares national dengue epidemic.
To check more stories, visit our website www.sunstar.com.ph/Davao. Subscribe on our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And that's all you need to know for this week. Have a great weekend.